Well, we're back.
Yeah.
Yep. So, welcome back to Random Encounters. I am Gard. This is Tur.
Yo.
And, surprise, surprise, we also have John.
Hello.
Yeah!
All the way in the back.
All the way in the
Yes.
back. Yeah.
Where you belong.
Back seats. Backseat driver.
Well, it's a pleasant surprise.
Yes, it is.
And, no, we seriously thought we had lost him. But, nope. He found us.
Yeah.
He found us way back home.
Yeah. You'll
Like-
never escape me.
Next time I'm driving further away before I drop him off.
Oh, so you're to blame. I see. What the hell?
So,
Yeah. Well, we are gonna continue where we left off. Last time we
Yes.
picked a random number out of a hat.
It was 3.
It was 3. Yeah. Sean the Orc.
Yes.
So, without further ado, I'm just gonna chuck myself right into that. Yeah.
Still looking good.
Yep. There it is.
yeah.
And there's your sketch.
Yes. Bit more pixelated than last time.
Yeah. Well. Doesn't.
It's how it
It
is.
works. Because I can still see what you are thinking.
Yes.
And you have a dirty mind. Now let's see here.
Does look good though.
It looks really good.
Really, really good.
Yeah, so I would just like to say this works. Now
So,
let's see here.
Is Sean the Orc still supposed to be female?
Yes.
Still female.
Okay.
So we have had some discussions about her orcish background.
Yeah.
We have come to a conclusion that she is fighting to restore Gaul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
She's Frankish.
She would be Frankish, yes.
Uh,
I would still like her to be some sort of orc type of creature, though right now you can't really tell. She's well hidden.
yeah. Lots of
Uh,
armor.
Yeah.
Orc might be just the name of her people and not a species.
Yeah, I was looking into some stuff. You know, just you can call it research, I suppose. Just looking into Brittonic names and stuff. I did find something that kind of works, and that was not Sean but Ayun.
Yeah.
Like the goddess.
Kind of. Apparently, there was a Welsh saint that settled in Brittany in the 6th century, which was called Una,
Mhm.
and that later turned into Iuna, I suppose. It's written like this. So, you know, if we're gonna go like Sean,
It's close to John.
something like that maybe, and then I looked into orc. What's actually orc? The etymology.
In 7 languages, J is pronounced I. So, Goum.
Is it in Brittonic?
It's
John.
it's no longer a Brittonic name in that case, but it could still have evolved.
But etymology of orc.
Yeah. Mostly it's derived from Latin, orcus,
Yeah.
And Orcus was apparently a god of the underworld, like Hades and Pluto, but
yeah.
often mixed with them and confused. Basically, it's described as the exact same thing as Hades and Pluto.
Yeah.
As in, it was both a place and a god.
Oh.
So in many cases, Orcus just means hell.
So
Yeah.
Ayun of Hell.
Yes, I mean, that is
So Orcus.
Orcus, or we could just basically just keep calling her Dork.
Dork.
Abbreviated.
Yeah, I mean,
People who knows that word in this world would know what that stands for.
yeah. So either way, there's some sort of demonic content there with the Orcus thing, and you know, I could kind of see where Tolkien went with that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, the orcs in Tolkien are in many ways taken from the Mongols, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. So I'm just gonna trust you on that.
12th century Mongol.
Right, so basically Genghis Khan.
Yeah, Genghis Khan before the Golden Horde and the Ilkhanate and all of those stuff. Which came later. Yeah, we still going for a green and gold color palette on the fabrics.
Yeah, you were trying to figure out something there.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
far,
bronze copper thing.
Yeah.
Being corrosion.
The corrosion.
Boilerplate.
Yeah, boilerplate, but it's like you know,
yes.
I don't think cast iron would really work.
It's not strong enough. But yeah.
So some sort of blackened steel, but we can still totally have some. I mean, I think we should have some rust on it, anyways. I mean,
it could be like you said, boilerplate that has been cold welded and cold shaped.
Just hammered into shape.
Hammered cold.
Poor fucking plate. Yeah.
It's usually done with springs or such things. Like those big blades on older trucks and very old cars.
Mm-hmm.
They actually shaped cold to give it that extra hardness and springiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Where the hell did I leave off? Well, okay, we're just gonna.
The colors I use on my screen does not come out the same on the stream. It's not peppermint.
Well, that's too bad because that's what I see. So
I guess you have to take a look at your screen settings.
No, it's the.
And I'm not gonna second guess your color choices here, man. I'm not gonna go like, oh well, he probably doesn't suck that much at gaining some colors. So you know, I'm gonna reinterpret this into my own way. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, now it's a bit more correct. It's Discord being weird.
As usual. Weird.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see here. We're just gonna whoop.
What is Discord green weird?
It is because like I'm sharing my screen, so that Gard can put it on the stream.
Yeah.
And
Well, I suppose like if there's a lower bit rate or something like that, then
yeah,
it'll probably convert some stuff into more
yes.
easily processed bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, like retaining only primary colors and such.
Yeah, I don't even know how that works. So if I just happen to be slightly correct there, then it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, what I said.
Alright, let's see here. Can I? There we go.
Full speed ahead, motherfuckers. Okay, let's go.
That's better.
So I'm just gonna get some. Gonna get some. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
So I've seen you've drawn a backpack tour.
Yeah.
Is she supposed to have a backpack?
It is on Gard's drawing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Nah, it's just this is more like a folk hero kind of thing. So she travels around.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I just thought maybe it'd be nice if there was something to signify that she is actually a traveler in that way.
Yeah.
She's basically an adventurer.
Yeah, basically an adventurer.
And you do not want to fight with a backpack on because it messes up your balance.
Yeah,
it does.
It super
It
does. Why do we know this?
Because we wore backpacks before, and you can feel how it messes up your center of mass, your balance.
And now she's wearing a green and yellow striped onesie.
I'm not sure yet.
No,
I might just
it
make
would be cool.
this,
It's a power suit. That's what it is.
It also has a bit. If I might, she is a revolutionary or something, right?
kind of. Clearly, she's fighting against the
Establishment.
Norse oppressors.
Yeah. So she might have been a prisoner once, and that her striped clothes are the prisoner garb.
No. Those are actually the colors of
Gold.
Ah, I see.
Gallic nation, like Garda spoke about earlier.
Right.
I have to do the.
That's the thought, anyways.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's
Have to do some stuff.
a folk hero needs to have symbols for their people. So
Yeah, so we gave her a couple of things in that respect. I mean, the like a color scheme of green and gold, and also she has a fleur-de-lis, but it's made out of bones or canines.
Yeah. I'm messing with my screen right now. Okay, I actually
I can
just
see
have-
that, and it changes color rapidly.
Yeah. So like, there is something with the. Yeah.
Should I just interpret whatever you're doing?
Yes. I'm using a lot darker colors than what is showing.
Okay. I'll just interpret, and then you can say like, yeah, nah, you're way off base.
I have to like
Oh, they are
have.
very dark.
Yeah, I have to have the Discord up on the same screen to keep the
Yeah.
colors, but it disappears when I'm
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna guess that you're going for some sort of forest green.
Yeah.
Like a nice darker green. That could be very sumptuous and nice.
There.
Of course, I will probably also try to interpret that color into more natural colors.
Yeah.
Since you know, synthetic colors haven't been invented yet.
I don't think they have. No.
No, they totally haven't. So I'll use whatever knowledge I have from back in the day.
Yes, back in the 1700s when you were born.
It's not something we speak often about, but whatever. Yeah, no, I have done some stuff with natural dyes before, so. Also, I think I have a compendium lying here somewhere.
Well, that is not Googling.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know where the compendium is at this point. But you know, there was definitely a compendium with natural yarn colors and stuff.
Ooh.
Through you know, using natural dyes. Because I'm a child, blue is my favorite.
Oh.
See, I just assumed that you knew what that meant.
Well, I'm not saying.
Well, you know what they used to make a certain blue color back in the day.
Cyanide?
Nah, urine.
Oh yeah.
Urine was also used to quench various metals.
Yeah.
And to blonde hole.
Urine forging.
Bleach hair too.
Yeah, although then you would have to use horse urine or something that was high in ammonia.
I'm just gonna pick this up.
Also, that
like
really worked
that.
well as a counteragent to lice.
Yeah.
Which is why most people think that all the Vikings were blonde.
How do I highlight this? The helmet.
Expertly, I'd imagine.
If we're doing this again, I am gonna have to borrow my partner's laptop.
Oh, we are doing this again. Don't you worry.
Because drawing with a mouse.
Now I like doing this because you know it's fair enough when I'm sat here and I'm doing these things. I get to design lots of really cool things, but
Yes.
it kind of ends up with me just having a lot of like, I don't know, feeling like I have a lot of creative ownership over the various things, while you guys are not really getting that. So by doing this, I like to imagine at least that you will also feel that you have now
Contributed?
yeah, well, you got some ownership into this. It's like, yeah, this is the thing that I worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you usually take guidance from us and critique from us in shaping it.
Yeah,
So,
usually.
and suggestions as well. So we do have sort of a ownership on it anyways.
Well, if that's how you feel, then that's fine.
Well, I
Depends
feel
on.
it that way. I don't
Oh,
speak
okay.
for Tour.
Yeah, well, in that case, you have a very low bar of accepting involvement.
I wrote most of these.
Yeah, you did.
Not Sean Dork, though. Not Sean Dork.
No.
That is a Gard
That's
creation.
Me. That's me.
Yes.
You can tell by the horrible pun.
Yeah, it does not alliterate.
No, it does not alliterate. No. That would be a you thing.
That is very much a me thing.
That's a euphemism.
Oh. I'm not saying alliterations are a good thing.
Yeah.
They definitely are not.
Well, one of these days we'll get to the encounter that is called Arnvold the Illiterate.
Yes.
And then we'll have to,
defend it.
I don't actually remember which ones I more or less created.
I don't remember specifically like every single one that I've written, but just a couple of them stand out.
Yeah.
I did have a hand in Sean in McGrady, Shady.
Yeah.
Giving him his name.
Ironically.
Ironic. Just stole a character.
No, not entirely. No.
No.
The whole reason why Shady is called Shady is because it was John's character that first called him Shady.
No, that's true.
Shady Grady was the nickname.
Yep.
And
it was shady as fuck.
And
that's because you're racist
was.
against Irish. Or your character was. You're not.
Yeah.
Well, he was kind of shady.
Yeah, he
But
looked like a hobo.
He actually held down a job.
He did. He was a journalist.
Photojournalist.
Yeah, and still he looked like he lived on the streets.
Nah, he just had a really poor appearance. He had very low appearance, so people kind of just looked down on him.
Yeah.
It was a bit unfortunate genetically. And then people took advantage of him a lot.
Yep.
But he was definitely a survivor, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
Outlived all of us.
No, nearly all of them.
All of those he started out with.
Yeah, he was the only one who went all the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some people came back towards the end because they essentially just had to quit. But
yep.
He was the only one.
To keep even a semblance of their minds.
Hmm?
To keep even a semblance of their minds, they had to quit.
Yeah. But Conan the Librarian was also there at the end.
Yeah, he was.
And they also survived.
Yeah.
His name wasn't really Conan the Librarian, he was just called him that.
Yeah, it was just insane physical attributes, but a very, very brainy person.
Yep.
That was actually a librarian.
Yep.
Yep.
don't remember who.
Also, the fact that they started wearing brandishing a sword didn't help.
Nope. At some point, they just leaned into it. It's true.
Yeah. I think Shady's path to darkness was basically the time he was persuaded into wearing that suicide belt.
That was quite early.
That was very early.
It was quite early, yeah. That's when it truly began for him.
Yeah. But he was the only one who wasn't in any combat that session.
Yeah.
The suicide belt was purely insurance, more or less.
I was supposed to go in there, and if things went tits up, then it was gonna blow himself up and all the cultists, but it turns out it was completely harmless.
Yeah.
And the real
Did get
danger.
to travel in time.
Yeah, I did get to travel in time. Got a cool lava lamp and an AR-15.
Yep. In 1920.
Some ammo for it. And when he came out to the rest of the guys afterwards, they were like half dead. And I was like, oh, what's happening here?
Yeah.
That's karma. That was instant karma.
Very much karma.
I was like, yeah, no, this sad little Irish motherfucker right here. We're just gonna send him in to die. Har 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 har
After
har.
giving him a glow up.
Yeah, after giving him so that he could fit in.
Yes.
He needed that glow up to be able to do that though.
And it ended up backfiring on us.
Oh god, what did you guys actually end up fighting that time?
I don't actually remember.
Yeah, I guess I certainly don't remember. I was too busy having fun.
Cultists with weapons from the 1980s.
Yeah, I think it was cultists.
Oh god, so it was not a monster.
No.
Well, I have the campaign book lying here somewhere.
Oh yeah. The Shadows of Yog-Sothoth.
Mm.
Man, even back then, that was kind of pulpy.
Yeah.
Mostly probably because I think you wanted it to be pulpy.
Nope.
So it was kind of. Now, but the really pulpy aspect of it that I'm thinking of was it was how we sort of low key became these pulp fiction characters in a book series that was in the universe.
Yeah, that was how you guys made money.
Yeah, it was, and I'm just thinking, was that a you invention or was that something that actually happened in the campaign book?
That was a me invention.
Yeah.
Alongside you guys.
Oh yeah, naturally, but it's like I just feel it tracks with your preferences when it comes to that kind of adventuring.
I basically stole that from Sherlock Holmes.
Only Sherlock Holmes was way more popular than us, obviously, but
yeah, but like the Sherlock Holmes stories are in canon supposedly written by Dr. Watson.
Yeah.
And sold by Dr. Watson. So I took it more from that, which that is pulp mystery.
But it was kind of funny though.
Yeah. Technically, you guys were selling Mythos books.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we did.
We actually were. We were distributing Mythos into popular culture.
Yeah.
It's not the shadiest thing that we've ever done.
What is then?
pay-per-view hobo fights.
Yeah. Different system.
Yeah, I remember that.
Different system, yeah.
Yeah. Different timeline.
Also, I'm taking full responsibility for that one.
No, there was also a different campaign when we sent. We needed to go down to the cellar and sent in police and firemen and everything we could before we went in ourselves.
We tore the building down.
All of them were dead.
We tore the building down before we went.
Yeah.
We tried so hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't firefighters or police. It was construction workers.
It was construction.
That it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was construction workers. I mean, come on. We had our reasons. I mean,
that is maybe the worst metagaming I've done, though.
It was pretty fucking bad for all of us. I mean, we should be ashamed, and thankfully we are slightly. But it was funny.
It was funny.
It was funny. And you know, it just goes to credit the GM for creating an atmosphere where we actually freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, we really did. I mean, it's just a game, but at that point, we were genuinely terrified for our lives to the point where we almost broke the game to try to avoid it. I mean, and we're used to playing games like that. So no, that was a really good session.
Let's see. I got the campaign book in front of me right now. And I got the storyline where Shady ended up traveling in time. This is also why Shady, as he is now, might not show up in the game. It's probably going to become a reskin of something.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's
the dude.
But I will not fight it.
It's fun to have internal jokes and stuff, but there's a limit.
I mean, the guy got his own comic. I mean, he's good. He's good.
Let's see. Was there a...
Though I'm still not sure if he actually survived that comic.
No, you guys did not fight the Shoggoth in that adventure.
No, we fought the Shoggoth in another adventure.
Oh, yeah, you fought a different Shoggoth in a different adventure in this campaign.
Yeah, did not realize there was a Shoggoth to be had in that scenario.
Oh, it basically ran the power plant.
Oh, shit.
Of the cult location.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So I traveled through time on Shoggoth power.
No, that was magic.
Oh,
that
was magic. Oh.
Yes.
Right.
But the security systems and modern alarms and stuff there was ran on Shoggoth power.
Huh.
I do not understand how you can get electricity from a Shoggoth.
Well, I don't know. Unless they create the electricity? If they do, then...
Is that running on a treadmill?
Well, they could potentially make a lot of appendages, I suppose.
Alright, spoilers for Shadows of Yogg-Sothoth.
Yeah.
One, for whoever watches this. It says here, the power plant room has a strange organic smell to it. A large steel tank fills the room. Dials and levers surround it. The entire basement is lit by electric lights and furnished with breathable air by electric fan. Once the Shoggoth is released, the power goes off. The computer shuts down, the air stops moving, and the lights flicker and die. The investigators are left to grope in the dark, their only light source, a phosphorescent monster oozing rapidly down the corridor towards them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It still does not say how a Shoggoth produces power.
Glowing ooze?
You know, yeah.
It
I mean-
doesn't. It's not radioactive.
No, maybe it's bioelectrical.
That might be.
That's possible.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have personal mythos score of anything.
Oh yeah, and there's the E. coli room.
The what?
The E. coli room.
Right.
Alright, so you go in there and get food poisoning? What? It's like,
The severe food poisoning. Yeah.
oh, okay.
It has something called the black fever in it.
Oh,
This was a Nyarlathotep cult.
it does sound like it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well. So we avoided a lot of bullshit on that one, I see. Yeah.
Now you were in the E. coli room. That I remember.
Oh, really?
Yes. You almost got locked into it. But you did not open the containers with the virus cultures in them.
Oh, that's nice. You know, now.
The room is refrigerated. If an investigator swallows black fever media, he or she will contract the disease, which is 100% fatal.
Wow.
Okay.
How the fuck
you
did we
can't-
survive as long as we did?
It is very clear that this campaign was written in the 80s.
Yeah. When
Even modern day Call of Cthulhu adventures, even if they are lethal, are not this
Was this written by someone who,
absurd.
was this written by someone who hates his players?
weren't most campaigns from the 80s that?
I have definitely read some 80s campaigns that definitely had a unhealthy relationship to its players.
Like,
Yeah, what was it? There was a D&D campaign as well, where basically
Tomb of Horrors.
the entire campaign. What?
Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, that too.
No, that is the campaign you're thinking about, written
It
by
must
Gary
be.
Gygax.
Yeah,
It is basically just a gauntlet of death traps.
that the campaign where you were locked into a castle of some sort. And you
Yeah,
had to, find your way around, didn't know anything, and met various crazy people.
no, that's not the one.
And that's what I was thinking about. That is the same thing. But Tomb of Horrors, Tomb of Horrors, basically is not just the GM hating his players; it's the writer of the campaign hating everyone.
Yeah,
plays
that's
their
yeah.
game.
That's what I'm that's what I'm referring to. It's like the guys who wrote it just severely hating on people.
Like in the 80s,
That
there
was
was
almost Warhammer level.
in the 80s there was this culture. It even existed through the mid 90s, where you had a very antagonistic not GM, but the words are difficult. Where the GM and players were kind of pitched up against each other, because instead of it being what it is today, where the GM and players are telling a story together, having fun together, and yeah, it is challenging, but it is to a certain degree fair. It was the GM won if there was a TPK.
Yeah.
And then you have no one who wants to play with you anymore. So, did you actually win?
Yeah, that's the thing.
But no. There was
Play
this
this to prove that you're a loner.
that you're better, even though you're basically God and can do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, you annoy me. There's 16 ancient red dragons, like
Yeah.
Stuka bombing you.
Yeah. Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Man, wasn't that done to me once?
You were very annoying.
Oh no, it wasn't you. Oh, you might have done it. I just haven't reacted to it. No, it was on my birthday once. Dancing skeletons.
Oh, that.
And they were basically undead, and I played a paladin, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking try to fight this undead menace right here.
Yeah.
And the GM got annoyed with me and took my weapon away.
You ruined my bit.
Yeah, I was like, I was playing my character. I'm sorry? Not sorry? I don't know.
No, that GM had that antagonistic feel.
Yeah, that GM did actually try to kill his players.
Yeah.
Actively. Like
with and without reason.
Yeah, it was
Old
just.
school.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Eh,
I don't even know. I mean, he literally planned to assassinate Tor's character.
several times.
Yeah. Did not
Oh,
succeed.
no. Oh, to his defense. I can be a.
You can be a bit of a dick when you are noticing that someone's not actually respecting you at the table. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll own that. I'll own it.
Yeah, but you know, when you're just being offed as a plot point, then it's like, really, you're just gonna write away this character because it fits your story and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. That's
At least talk to me first, then.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, if it's a good plot point, I'll probably say yes.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
But
that's part of the conversation.
At least prepare your player for it.
Yeah. But no. It was he was gonna pull this move, which was gonna essentially just target Tor's character and instantly kill him, just as a way of introducing how badass a boss was. And then
he killed the wrong player and then he died.
Yeah, he did. He killed the one player that he didn't want to die. I was like, oh, that guy's kind of important for what I plan next. Shit.
Yeah, well, that's how it is.
Karma.
Definitely karma.
I've forgotten most of that campaign.
Yeah. It was very efficient the way he killed me, though. It just
a bomb collar.
Yeah, it was just. It's gone. You're gone now. There's nothing left of you. I was like, okay.
Kind of. Not to be a snob, but yes, to be a snob. It's a bit. It's a bit gauche. It's a bit uncreative.
It's a bit gauche. Yeah. It was kind of interesting though. I mean, because you were kind of thinking about throwing yourself in there.
I was looking at your character to see what the next move was.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, you were kind of like thinking that, yeah, you can't stand for this shit because the guy was designed to piss you off, basically, on a character level.
Yeah.
But he was also designed to piss off my character even more.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really gonna stand here? You're gonna
Do
talk
I have
about?
to take this?
It's like, are you really gonna be standing here and go on about your evil plans and not expect this paladin who's been opposed to that exact kind of a behavior for months now to just take it? Yeah, I'm sorry. So the paladin attacked him first, which was a surprise.
Yeah. Then he stood in water and got shocked.
Oh no, he got shot.
That too.
No, the water didn't phase him at all. What killed him was a bullet that was imbued with disintegration.
Oh yeah, because the gunslinger was super OP.
Yeah.
Pathfinder. It's
Yep.
a hell of a drug.
That's a hell of a drug. Hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so, he was reduced to ashes, basically,
Yeah.
and gone forever.
Yeah. And then we dimension doored out of there.
Yeah, after one of us pulled a Hail Mary out of their ass.
There's always a Hail Mary.
Oh yeah, it was the he threw that. One of the characters, one of the players had a special core on him, which was essentially just. It was like a power source that was very much related to a bag of holding.
I still think that was the gunslinger.
It was the gunslinger who did that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he chucked that power core at the boss, there was like a roll on table effect that was gonna happen, and it essentially just opened a black hole, and the bad guy just disappeared forever.
Yeah.
And to that threat,
Yeah.
Was this the? Yeah. Was this the same campaign where my character
Got eaten by a tree.
Yeah.
got eaten by a tree?
Yes.
Yes.
Before one round was over, was dead.
Yes.
yeah, it was the exact same thing. In fact, your death is the only reason why my character survived.
Yeah.
Because
How?
because we realized that could happen that fast. So we crafted a what we called the life insurance.
Yeah. I remember
Because my
Yeah.
paladin was both a tank and a healer,
Yes.
and he had taken
Only one we
feats. He had taken feats to be able to resurrect people. Perfect resurrection.
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
And even regrow body parts if people lost them and stuff. So he was super powerful in healing. And so we crafted this a little set of tools for ritual. So if the paladin got killed, there was a life insurance that could get him back.
Yes. It was the druid spell reincarnate.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So
That's how the orc became a gnome.
yeah, that's how the orc became a gnome.
My character, I believe you tried to resurrect my character, but somehow the GM rolled on the table and he came back as a fox, a real animal,
Oh,
not
Lynx.
just an anthropo. A lynx. It was a lynx, yeah. And not for some reason, the resurrection spell didn't make him a player character again. He just, he is an animal now.
Yeah,
What table are you rolling on?
he was rolling on the table for restoration. He was. There was a chance that it wouldn't work the way we wanted it to.
All right.
Because there was like maybe a 20% chance that you could actually come back as a intelligent species.
Right.
The spell that was put on me because of that was Greater Restoration, which guaranteed it was a playable character.
Yeah.
So we basically got a different druid to make that.
Mid-level Pathfinder.
Yeah.
It's first edition. Super crazy.
That's when I lost the gnome that soloed a dungeon.
Yeah! Oh my fucking god. That was so amazing! I mean, it was like, oh yeah, there's a dungeon. Okay, should we send in the rogue to see if he could just scout it out? And he went.
He scouted.
And I
And-
scouted it out and came out again and said, "Oh, did you found the thing? Did you take it? No. Was I supposed to? Yes. Oh,
No,
a moment.
it's more like not as much yes as can you?
let's see." And I went in and I fetched it and back out again.
Yeah. No one noticed he was there.
There was one, but he thought he was dreaming.
Oh shit. No,
Oh.
no, that was amazing.
Never got to play Starfinder though.
Nah, never did. Never did.
No.
No, that was the one I actually wanted to play with that group.
I got a hold of the rulebooks actually. There was a humble bundle last week, I think. And,
Yeah.
So I do have the books for Starfinder.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have read through the books, like the core books, rule books, and it still has the same problem that first edition Pathfinder has.
Yeah.
With like when the group gets to level, like, let's say 11, rolling 30 is not going to be a problem anymore.
Yeah,
No.
that's what happened to me with the rogue when I soloed the dungeon. I was rolling stealth checks above 30 all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were very epic.
That's Pathfinder.
And then you rolled up the ranger.
Yeah. The ranger, yeah, the old half-elf.
Big game hunter.
Yeah,
The 23rd of his line.
yeah. With a butler in tow.
Yes. Oh man. This is also right around the time when you start to really get into 3D printing.
Yeah,
So you made props for yourself at the table.
yeah, I did. I made
Yeah.
it. I made his pipe. I still
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I have it right here actually.
Yeah.
And I was really proud of the paint job I did on that thing.
Oh yeah, it was really, really nice. Also, you bring it out and you actually use it in character. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with that. Because the gnome, I love the gnome, but I actually made his backstory like one session before he died.
Oh yeah,
I
right.
completed his backstory completely and thought through everything. Okay, now it's time because he has survived so long, and then 2 sessions later he's dead. Like,
Oh,
what
but
the fuck?
weren't we
So
also?
the next one, I just hackled together something and just, yeah, sure. He's the 23rd of his line. He's a snob with a lot of money,
weren't
just
we?
out for an adventure and doesn't really know what he's doing.
Weren't we also like given like a deadline to hand in our final backstories for the GM?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because there was a nightmare scenario thingy.
Yeah.
He tried.
He tried.
He tried. I'm not gonna badmouth the dude. He tried. Just had different vision, a different vision. And that's okay.
So let's see if we can get some colors in here.
Yep.
We can go for a dark green to begin with. So we were talking like striped pants, right?
Yeah. I feel like striped pants is classic
Maybe even darker than that.
Renaissance thing.
That dark?
Yeah. Something
Maybe draw it even further towards yellow so you get more like a mossy green. Yeah, that's it.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. And both
that's
his arms and his legs are supposed to be that color.
No, they don't have to be exactly the same color.
okay. So
I just used the palette I had on paint.
okay. So let's go for okay. Let's try some hide color then. That's too light. It's a little bit too light. Maybe also a little bit over the gray side.
That's a bit too red.
Yeah.
That's better. Kind
It's
of
a bit-
muted.
Probably, but it's maybe a bit too gray.
Bit too gray. Let's see if we can pop it up a little bit.
We're never gonna be happy.
Yeah, that's better. Actually.
Okay, we can try working on that. See how it turns out.
Hide can be very different colors,
Mm.
depending on animal, depending on the method you use.
Mm-hmm.
How much urine you use when you're tanning it.
Definitely.
Urine isn't really a part of all of the tanning methods, but some of them, yeah.
Let's get some dark steelish thing happening here. Let's see.
Bolt gun?
It's not dark enough.
Should be really.
Better.
I'd say it needs to be actually darker, depending on how it was forged, though.
Nah, it's dark enough.
Yeah, with a few highlights, it would be nice.
I'm gonna have to bring in some highlights. Bucket helmet should be lighter though.
Yeah, I painted it lighter on paint. I made it lighter there.
Stove door can probably be even darker, but see, it's already pretty dark.
Is it Jötul?
Maybe.
That's way too dark.
Yeah, that's so. Well, if you put highlights on that, the detail should pop up out again.
Yeah. Right now it's just a void. It's a
Ah,
Yeah, it
square
is.
void.
it's a square void right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Let's see, I'm gonna just
With a bit of highlights to define the contours, it would be perfect.
Hmm. Mademoiselle Bouquet. What was the name of that English?
Keeping up appearances.
Yeah, English sitcom.
Yeah.
The Bouquet Residence.
Lady of the house speaking.
Oh,
No, it's not bucket. It's bouquet.
right. I don't actually remember that.
No, that's it's called
I
keeping up
remember
appearances.
Yeah, I remember the. I remember the situation. I don't remember what kind of series it was. Is his glove supposed to be of the same materials as his pants?
What?
Her? Oh, sorry.
What?
Don't know. We'll see how it looks.
What was the question?
I just wondered. You painted his her gloves the same color as her pants.
Yeah, I have no idea. Um, very much open to suggestions on stuff like that. So yeah.
I'd say they would be leather, the same color as those arm rings. Might be.
Hmm. Yeah, rather that.
Let's see the trail and stuff.
Gold? A golden sash? Maybe not.
What if it's striped with the same colors as the pants?
Okay, that might actually work, yeah. Yeah.
Feel that dark color there, and let's see.
It brightens it up a tiny bit. That's good.
Lily is supposed to be bone or something?
Yeah, teeth.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a fleur de lis, only it's teeth.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fleur de teeth.
It is probably the most orcish thing on this character.
It is well, it's kind of like a high medieval version of an orc. In that case, it's kind of high cultured. It's less barbarianish, and either way, yeah, not that one. I'm just gonna let's chuck away that layer right there. Okay. I'm gonna steal some of that, and let's see, we got some stripy pants. That did not work because I did it on the wrong layer. Okay, try it again. This time, the correct way. There we go.
That, the stripe should probably not continue straight up over the patch on her knee on that side.
Yeah, probably not. But if you work in level, like in different layers and stuff, it does help just to get the direction.
Yeah.
That's true. A leather patch would probably be good for her knee.
Yeah.
Or just a one in the same material but the stripe turned sideways.
Or just a different color and altogether.
Well, that could be as well.
I mean, you kind of want it to stand out a little bit.
A professor's patch.
Yeah.
So
So a leather patch of some
leather
sort.
skin.
So we'll just go with that, and
feels a bit dark. Okay.
well, we'll work on it.
Work on it. Yeah.
Handle for the bucket. That's mostly okay. Let's see if I can. Does this work? Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, that works.
That's a bit better. It's just so evil. The thing is, though, after you've punched someone with it once or twice, it might loosen the barrel of the gun.
It might.
Most likely.
There's a good chance.
Yeah. It's more than a non-zero chance.
Oh, it's a blade or something on the bottom there.
As a pommel.
Yeah.
Spiked pommel.
Who's calling?
Should the
Let's
bucket
see.
be lined in brass, maybe?
Well, that could be. That could be. So let's see. I'm just gonna grab a kind of brownish color.
I'd rather keep like the more golden lining. Or at least gilded to follow the rest of the coloring.
Right.
Like color theme.
So less bronze, more brass.
Maybe.
Like on the gun.
Like on the gun.
Well, it's a mismatch. If it's a mismatch of materials as well, like she used whatever she had lying around. But yeah.
Well, Gard and me, we had a conversation last stream about the punk aesthetic. Because I've always harped on the point that if we're gonna have it called Norse punk, we have to have the political punk themes that basically gives it the name punk. But where I have been lacking, and you've actually been pretty good at pointing at, is that we also need to think about the outward look of it, because every type of punk genre has its own specific style.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in the cyberpunk of the 80s, you had the mirror lens sunglasses, the neon pink mohawks, and the kind of retro futuristic punk style. Like, you take someone from the punk era of the 80s and just increase the timeline a bit.
Yeah.
And then you have the steampunk, for example, where you have all the brass, the cogs, the Victorian era stylish sensibilities.
Yeah.
And like, what is the Norse punk aesthetic? Because even if this character here isn't Norse, it is a character that lives in a Norse punk world. And what would the type of look be for that? One thing that is very important when it comes to the different punk genres, at least from my understanding of it, is that it is very often it's more style over practicality a lot of the times.
That is true.
Yeah. So even if this character takes what they can find, they probably make sure that it at least matches.
That is true.
um, which is something I'm really bad at doing in real life. But I think it's kind of a sensibility that we need to think about when it comes to the design of the characters, and I think Gard has done a very good job so far with the characters we've been drawing, or he has been drawing on stream. That they kind of have that sensibility. Like we have the kind of steampunk technologies, like the bad motherfuckers, walker chair. You have Ragnvald, the raiding rider.
We will never
Whatever
agree
you
on
wish
that
for.
one.
We will never remember. Anyways, like we have his style of a motorbike.
Yep.
Which, from how he rides, it looks like he's riding off road, but that motorbike is not made for off-roading.
No.
Hell no.
No.
Way too low.
Way too low. It's like a hybrid style. Kinda chopper, kinda like
Yeah.
roadster motorcycle.
It is a trike.
It is a
so
trike.
It's meant for road rage.
It is meant for a road.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they have paved asphalt roads in this universe.
No,
They
they probably have
probably-
cobblestone at best.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Well, they have a lot of vehicles. It might be that they haven't gotten as far as asphalt yet. Cobblestones, definitely.
Oh, that is not comfortable on a motorcycle.
No.
Also, if you look at
Depends on
Ragnvald,
Yeah.
his tires are solid natural rubber.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. That's
Which
even
is
worse.
even worse.
I mean, that guy, he is pissing blood. I can guarantee it.
I'm thinking the rusting is getting a bit out of hand right now. At least on the shoulder plates.
Anyone who has armor would take care of it because it protects their life. So it might be a bit, but I think you would have taken a bit more care of it. And that it rusts too much.
Not to be a negative Nancy.
No. Never.
I try not to be.
That's such a great lie right there.
I actually try not to be. I just am.
Don't be afraid. Run. Now we're downgrading it into more discoloration territory.
That is much better.
Yeah.
Discoloration works.
So there's like there's traces of rust dust.
Yeah.
That's appropriate, yeah. Great amounts.
Like so. Plus, it sort of ties in with the rest of the color scheme in a way.
It does. Soon we're going to the Falcata.
Yes, soon. I'm also thinking that her coat is probably some sort of leather, and I'm thinking about weathering it a little bit. So,
Yeah. I think we'll do the weathering on the coat, and then we'll go into break.
yeah, we're getting very close to break.
And then we need to give the belt buckle / oven door some highlights.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
The sword is to be the last thing.
I don't know.
Not really planned out exactly what's gonna go first and last. Just
Going with the flow.
yeah, more or less.
It's like how we talk here. Like we have things that we want to talk about sometimes, but it's not always the first thing that comes up.
Oh no, very often it's the very last.
Yeah.
See here.
And if you're from Norway and you like board games, remember that Archon will be this June in Oslo. A lot of our friends from the Norwegian Board Game Publishing Association are going to be there. We have not decided yet if we're going to be there because of personal matters.
Yeah, and like I'm not even in the country at the time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Personal
exactly.
matters.
That's a personal matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we might not be there. But a lot of our friends from the Norwegian Board Game Publishing Association are going to be there. And if you're going, you should go there and you should say hi to them and tell them that Tombs Foundry sent you and that we told you that all of their games are great, which they are.
They really are. They are
Yeah.
absolutely worth just checking out, playing, even buying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely get a trial session of Fjorar.
Yes.
Yes.
And if
Will Games
Block-
Forlag be there?
I hope so.
Because they have some really interesting RP systems.
Yeah, I have all of them.
Yeah.
Half of them I bought. Half of them they gave me. Because they are cool guys.
Yeah, very cool guys.
Does that mean this is a paid commercial?
Both yes and no.
Well, they didn't pay us to say it.
They definitely didn't tell me to tell people that their systems are cool.
Does it count if we feel obligated to say good things about them?
I do not
Gave us
feel
things?
I do not feel obligated. I do not feel obligated telling people that they are cool guys.
Yeah. But no,
Because
seriously, they are
They
really
genuinely
cool guys.
are.
They really are cool guys, and they got some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And we're very happy to have discovered the larger landscape of Norwegian tabletop board game creation, basically.
Yeah.
For a while, it was
If
very, very lonely.
it was. If you like more puzzle type games, check out Block.
Oh yeah.
They have a really cool puzzle puzzle game. Yeah.
Well,
Where
it's that, yeah.
you draw cards to get pieces to build a 3-dimensional cube.
Yeah.
And there is co-op version of the puzzle. There is competitive where one of you are trying to mess up for the others, and they are super friendly, and if you get them to talk about their game or basically anything else, you are gonna fall in love with them.
Yeah, they're delightful people.
Yes. Um, let's see who else is there. Probably.
Hard to tell. We've got a few new faces.
Yeah, there's a couple of new faces, and let's see if I head on into their Discord.
We should maybe take a break while you look that up.
Yeah, I think.
I have to make a phone call in the break.
Yeah.
Eger is probably going to be there.
Oh,
Yeah,
They give games.
yeah.
nice.
They make Norwegian RPGs. They even have a solo game where you
Wow.
can be your own game master and player at the same time. Simplicatus.
The ultimate game for loners.
Like sometimes you just want to play a game for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a loner. That's an unfair stereotype.
Oh, true.
But yeah. Oh, I have that laying here somewhere as well. What was its name? I cannot remember where I put it.
Yeah.
Anyways, pretty cool guys. Check it out. Simplicatus. They make more of the standard tabletop board games. They are really fun. Very, very energetic when it comes to talking about games.
So we are about to take a short break.
Yes.
About 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yep. As we can see, the illustration has begun to look more and more like the sketch. It's good.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing you in 10 short minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be back about 10 past half.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't go nowheres.
See you soon.
Nope. See ya.
See ya.
Forever.
Let's see here.
I'm back.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Need to keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, a break is nice, but I lose momentum. So.
But we can't just sit for 3 hours without taking care of some stuff.
No.
Bodily functions.
I was thinking, should you maybe add hinges to that door, visible, so it's more.
There
like
actually
what it is?
were hinges. There actually were hinges on the sketch, but they've just disappeared right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There should definitely be some hinges.
A lot hinges upon it.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Yeah, so we'll get some hinges in here.
Yes.
I think Jotun ovens have they're not that high, tall. They're very very low profile and but very broad. But these are maybe a different kind.
These are not Jotun ovens.
No, but
We're just saying Jötur because those are the ovens that we
yeah,
grew up with.
it is. But I've seen it on also other ovens that is not Jotun, and I think it has to do with thermal expansion. Because if the hinges are too tall, you got too much metal inside metal that heats up and can jam. I think that's why. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on this.
On ovens?
Yeah. And
You-
metal and thermal capabilities.
Why do I feel strangely disappointed?
I know!
I do. Well, I know that I have a blacksmith training, but I'm not an expert by any means. And yes, I do actually have blacksmith training.
Which is a very cool thing to have.
It is.
It is.
Especially once the apocalypse comes.
Oof.
Well, it was just mainly something I learned on the side as I learned to build wooden boats, which also gives me a very much a useful skill for an apocalypse. I was not a monster in any way. I just learned the basics, but yeah, with some time and training, it would be. I could have a head start on a lot. Anyways. Oh, they're sewn on and not weaved into the material itself.
Yeah, I just think it would be a more interesting aesthetic.
It is.
True. Might be that her breeches were green in the beginning, and then she sewed those on to get her people's colors on them.
Or maybe she just found a couple of tents of appropriate colors, cut them up, and patched them together to make herself some pants.
True.
This is like my interpretation of what punk could be is like also some of the um, the impression that something can be handmade
Yeah.
or mended imperfectly.
Well, most things in that area was.
Yeah, and just showing that just makes it more interesting to me, at least.
Yeah.
And also because something like this would probably be cheaper than something that
Definitely.
was actually dyed or
Well, it is dyed. It just
yeah, but something
if
was
it was
something was dyed in a pattern like this, or
well
woven into a pattern.
woven. They wouldn't dye it in the pattern overall. They would dye the threads and then weave it into the patterned cloth. Or what she has done here to take strips of the material and sew it together.
I found a thing when it comes to world building.
Hmm?
It is much easier to do world building when you don't overthink it. Um, like, of course, you have to have a certain thought behind the choices, but to find a reason behind everything overcomplicates it. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
Um,
Having a
so
reason makes it more well. It makes it more realistic in many sides, but it also, even if you don't explain it, someone will be able to explain it somehow.
yeah, and it is much more fun when you get people theorizing about shit,
Yeah.
because then they kind of do half the job for you.
Yeah, and also it's very like those that create worlds. I I think a lot of the fun would be to see what others do with your world, and
Yeah,
what others can put into the words, into your words. What meaning other people put in your words. Sometimes they may be completely off the mark. A lot of
yeah,
the time they would be completely off the mark. But yeah, it would be. Sometimes the only thing that might people might be scared about in such instances are that people will interpret it in a way that is offensive and completely not what you thought at all.
yeah. But that's also why I've said here on stream, like, I refuse to write anything that is a white supremacy power fantasy.
Yeah,
Um, so it is on video.
yeah,
Um, but by simplifying world building, it does create, as you say, a possibility for interaction for other people with your creation, other than what it is originally made for, which in this case would be to play a board game. Um, it would be a way for them to take this creation and put it into other types of media, to take it into other types of games, works of writing, just fantasizing about it, and that I think is more important than to having a fully fleshed out world where everything makes sense and everything is described down to the smallest details. Of course, even when you do that, people can still interact with it and do their own things. See, for example, Tolkien and his Middle Earth, which is a world that is so detailed in its world building. Like that is a world where I'm pretty sure that you actually have Hobbit cuisine described in parts of his works.
Yeah, you do.
Exactly.
At least, yeah,
to a certain degree, at least.
to a certain degree. And he pulled a lot of the cuisine from, well, English countryside. So
Yes, of course, because
really be that hard.
the Shire is the English countryside.
Yes, it is.
So now, like, but like, the question is like, how much effort to put in it is enough, and how much after you get past that point, how much more do you want to do? Because you got other things you have to work on as well. And for example, in a lot of homebrew games I've GM'd, like there's a point where it is more like, yeah, I'll let the players decide this. Or if they ask and they don't have any theories themselves, I can make up something. Because letting other people interact with it and create stuff in it for themselves creates, as Gard talked about earlier in this stream, a sense of ownership when it comes to it. And when people feel an ownership for it, it becomes more precious to them. See all of the Harry Potter fanfic that exists.
Yes.
Does that include Twilight?
Well, it did spawn a kind of spin-off series, True Blood, which is that's not Twilight fanfic.
No,
No, that
not the same.
Was that Twilight fanfic or was that 50 Shades of Grey fanfic?
Might have been the latter.
Because True Blood started out as fanfic. But because it has werewolves and vampires, I kind of want to say it was Twilight fanfic. But they don't sparkle.
Yeah. Is it really fanfic for that show then? It's not really the same universe.
Sparkle vampires! Yes!
It is in one of those two IPs universe. Or it originally was that it became its own thing.
It might be, yeah. I actually don't know.
The Suki Love Heart books. I used to like that show. I really liked the first couple of seasons of it. like this New Orleans kind of gothic horror, very horny gothic horror.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gothic horror is sort of horny. Like,
It is naturally sort of horny, yes.
yeah, I mean, most of gothic horror is just basically like poorly convoluted metaphors for sexuality in many cases.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the whole vampirism thing, which is basically like, oh, look, we are exchanging bodily fluids. Wonder what that means. Yeah. Then you, of course, have like, the werewolves, like
Yeah.
brutal
Alicia
bestiality,
Primal.
yeah, all that stuff.
Instincts, yeah.
And Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, hidden fucking
Hidden
desires,
Yeah.
just
But was the Creature of Dr. Frankenstein? That was one of the first gothic horror books or stories, wasn't it?
it's the
Yeah.
first.
That was a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
I think so.
That story is a temper tantrum against Mary Shelley's father.
I haven't read up on the biography.
Well, but it is the first science fiction story.
Nah, that's a Roman story. Like, seriously.
Not in modern science fiction, no.
Not modern science fiction, but like you do have this one satirical Roman era story where a dude takes a ship that goes to the moon where he meets robots and arachnids with the human intelligence. And it's all just a commentary on the Senate.
That was
at the
written
time.
in the Roman era, around
Yes.
2,000 years ago.
Yes.
Cool.
Or 1500 years ago, like somewhere in between that period.
The Roman period did last a lot longer than most people think.
It
Yeah,
did.
it's about what, 1,000 years?
Yeah.
More than that, didn't it?
Like I'm thinking about like year 450 BC to around 550.
Yeah, so more than 1,000 years. No,
Like that like what I just said there
900.
is
900.
Oh, dear God.
but yeah, like it was a long period for one empire to exist.
That's why it also stopped existing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you run the same society more or less for that long.
Oh, they did not run the same society for that long.
I know.
Like in that period, you had like what, the First Republic, the Second Republic, the Third Republic, monarchy, in between there. Then you had the dictatorship of the different,
Yeah.
and yeah, like yeah, you can say that certain things there were similar in that period, but the society was very different throughout its ages.
Politically, it was.
And society, culturally too. Like, you do not have a society exist for that long without it evolving.
No, that is true.
And
Devolving.
you had periods where you had a lot of xenophobia. You had periods where most anyone that lived within the borders of the Roman Empire could become a citizen. You had periods where the leadership was not Roman at all, but rather Lombard, like different cultures that from both within and without the empire. So like, and then you had like the Greekification in the end, until you got the Lombard kings taken over at the very end. Like the society of the Roman Empire was very different. It went through several apocalypses.
And then finally, they had spent all their extra lives,
Yep.
and it was game over.
And then you only had the Eastern Roman Empire left, which fell in 1462. I think it was 1462 when the Ottoman Empire finally took Constantinople, and it became Istanbul.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've put most of it down now.
Looking swish.
I'm gonna put on some light ink colors now.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the level range?
Level range, let me have a look. I'm so scared that what I put up, when I pull up something on the screen, it will come on the stream. Let's see.
Now we all wonder what the hell it is.
It's a... What's it called? File Explorer?
I don't know, maybe? Yeah?
I don't know what it's called, I just use it.
Oh, god damn it. I am both extremely tired and hungry at this point.
Oh no. Did it end up on the screen?
It did not.
Short Orc is level 1 to 2.
Level 1 to 2.
Mind and body both base is +7.
Okay,
but
she's a rounded out fighter.
It's one of those encounters where you get different rewards depending on whether you beat her in mind or body.
Yeah.
But it's almost the same, except that in body you get 1 item, and with mind you get 1 gear.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's 2 XP and 3 coins. And she appears in forests and in plains, I believe. Yeah, plains.
Hills.
Sorry.
Okay.
So the yellow color, I thought for some reason fields of corn or grain or things like that. Wheat.
Speaking of, while I remember it, next week we'll have a gameplay stream.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. That'll be fun. It's been a while since we had one of those. We should have them more often.
Yeah, at least with our own games. It's not really that long since we...
That doesn't count.
Yeah, well...
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we had... we played our own games. Which games should we be playing?
Oh,
should we decide that later, or should we decide
I think that is something we have to decide later.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we'll probably be dragging along a new
person.
Yeah.
New player. Change it up a bit.
Yeah. It'll be a surprise guest. That's all we're gonna say about that person right now.
Right here. Right now.
right here, right now.
Oh, now I want to listen to some Fatboy Slim.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the intention.
the players in my D&D group are too young. They do not catch it when I come with Beastie Boys or Fatboy
Ooh.
Slim references.
You have to teach
They
them.
make me feel old.
God damn it.
They don't even know Sabotage, and that was
Wow.
in the first of the modern day Star Trek movies.
God damn it.
I created
We weren't supposed to get old.
I created an entire playlist with, I don't know, 50 songs or something now, just recently, with songs from the 80s and 90s. I was just, I haven't heard this in a long time. I'll put it in this list. And it was just like, in 2 hours, I got 50. I was like, holy heck. There's a lot of music over that time, and a lot of it is actually good.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
The 80s especially has a very bad rep on music and such things, but it actually is.
It shouldn't have. The 80s were fucking amazing.
It was a lot of music that was really good, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, the 80s have a bad rep when it comes to music?
It does.
not in my book, man.
I thought that was the 90s.
It might change from decade to decade on which decade is considered to have bad music, especially if it's the last decade. Like, that's so last decade.
Well,
I
that
really
is a
wouldn't
certain
like that
demographic
now.
that would say something like that.
Yeah.
No,
And they
we're
have-
not turning into old farts complaining about the younger generations. Stop it!
You kind of already are complaining that you're.
No, I'm
Playgroup
complaining that
doesn't-
I'm old. I'm complaining that I'm old.
Yeah.
They can be young.
You're-
That's fine.
But your youngsters. Do your youngsters know Queen? Beastie Boys, okay?
I'm pretty sure they know Queen.
Do they?
Are you pretty sure?
U2 and
Like half of them are
the
gay.
good ones.
Half of them are gay.
So like they know Queen.
They should know Queen.
They should know Queen, yeah.
So,
I mean, they just generally should know Queen.
Depends upon which Queen songs. Like you do not need to know Bicycle.
No, you don't.
There are some Queen songs that you do not need to know. But yeah, like I Want to Be Free, Bohemian Rhapsody, another one Bites the Dust. All of the big stadium songs you definitely should know. Radio Gaga. Gaga.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I could say the same thing about Madness. I know people generally, when people are younger than me, do not know about Madness. But it in many ways have a lot of the same feel to it, in my opinion. Even if it's ska.
Was he a partner that hates ska?
Oh, I have headphones.
So that's a yes.
They don't hate all ska.
Not all ska, no.
Mostly it's American ska punk.
Oh.
What's that? Well, is that third wave?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know the waves. I hardly even know music, to be honest. I've got depressing mind that, well, in general, but specifically in this case, I have depressive mind in the way that I can memorize stupid shit about movies that I've never seen, but I can never figure out what kind of song it was that I was listening to at any old point. I would have switched those superpowers around so fast, but I can't.
I do feel that music gives me more joy.
Oh, it does. Well, depends highly on what kind of music, though.
No, I can listen to Typo Negative, which is like super depressing goth metal, and it still gives me joy.
It is?
Well, I don't want to be me. I don't want to be me anymore.
Huh.
Is that really depressing, though?
I thought it was. I thought it was kind of life affirming.
that is the feeling of depression, though.
Highly depends on the person, I guess. I don't want to be me anymore. It might also be I vow to oneself that I am going to change now.
Oh, this song is not about that.
I haven't heard it, so I might.
Well, all jokes aside, no, it's not about that at all. But,
It's not about that.
In that case, it might be depressing. Yes.
Yeah, no, it can be depressing. It's just. I've sort of listened to a lot of really depressing shit and not gotten depressed about it.
Then you should start listening to ska, because that sounds happy, but is usually very sad.
Yeah, ska can make me sad.
Ska can also make you really happy. One of those genres, I think, that can actually make you really happy with a sad song.
Oh, then you got ska.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Let's see. Real Big Fish with Sell Out. Or Don't Play in a Band.
Real Big Fish.
Yeah. That is like super American ska punk.
Yeah.
You could also listen to Norwegian ska, Hoppeland Knut.
Yeah.
Scum, which started out as a student band here.
Yeah, a few of our friends.
Yeah. A couple of them still lives in the area, but I don't think they play anymore.
I haven't heard them play. I don't think they play anymore. No.
I think the band still plays, but I think a lot of the people who stayed here don't play with them anymore because most of them moved east.
Yeah, it might be.
As most folks do.
Yeah, there's a general trend and theme to that.
Yeah.
Centralization.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing.
You do not need to, when it comes to ska, you do not need to listen to the Police, though. I'm not a fan of Sting.
I am, kind of, depending.
Oh.
Yeah, depending. He has a few really good ones.
Yeah. I don't like Sting. For some reason. I can't put my finger on it. Just meh. Maybe it's because of his later career choices.
I mean, it does. I mean, there's a certain width to what he's been doing.
Yeah.
So there's like definitely stuff that I don't like, and there's stuff that I do like. And it doesn't really seem like there's much of a correlation between which era he did it in.
No.
Cause I can listen to an album of by Sting and be like, yeah, okay, that's cool, but that also sucks.
Yeah, kind of like what's his name again? Early Elton John. Early Elton John is really fun, but it is probably really fun because he did way too much cocaine.
Oh yeah. Shit. Me and my brother, we were watching cartoons.
Yeah.
We watched that the Road to El Dorado thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And he was like, his ears just perked up. I was like, is that Elton John singing that? I was like, I'm like, fuck if I know. Because again, I cannot fucking tell. I literally cannot goddamn tell when I'm listening to something. It's like, oh, that's that guy. No. If it's a voice actor, however, no problem. Please tell me what the fuck that is all about. But whatever. He no, he was like, yeah, no, that does sound like Elton John. And I was like, yeah, fuck. Well, if that's Elton John, then he's gotta have had some massive money worries. So we checked the IMDb and found the soundtrack, and it's like, oh yeah, that is Elton John. Wow, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, okay, good on you for spotting it.
He did the music to a few cartoons in
oh yeah,
time period.
Lion King being the most famous.
Yeah, well that was 1994. But the thing is, this is like this is kind of a shitty thing, really. And well, Road to El Dorado it's not exactly a high budget movie.
It's not. It's a good movie.
Classic.
It's a very good movie.
But here's the thing. But basically, like my brother's instincts were like we had to check it. So I went online and started like reading up on newspaper clippings and stuff from back in 2000s and a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
To see what happened with Elton John at the time, and yeah, it turns out that he was massively in debt, like $200 million in debt. And it's like, okay, yeah, this tracks.
Same thing that what's his name? The bad guy in the first Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh dear lord.
Oh.
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons. Yeah. He was also in monetary problems at that time.
Yeah, that's basically how Uwe Boll got his career as a movie director.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want to make a shitty movie. I want to get some big names on this cast list. Who is owing
broke?
someone? Yeah, who owes people money?
How do I get PR for my movies? Oh, I know. I'll start boxing matches with my critics.
Jesus. Right. What more should I do?
Oh, good question.
Now I've given him some colored lighting.
You've given her some colored lighting, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we still have more time, so the question is like whether or not I should just.
Have you signed it?
I have not signed it. No, I have not, in fact, signed hardly any of the illustrations that we made for this because why the heck would my name be on every single thing on every single card? That's just too much. I cannot handle it. No.
I'm just thinking.
Your name will be on the box.
My name will be on the
That should
box,
be
it will
enough.
be in a booklet, and it will be next to other people who damn well did a job. I hope, by then. But, I think that this thing is actually done. Well ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out so far.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think we're at this level now because of. I think we got further in the first video than we've done in the others.
yeah, no, we got pretty goddamn far. In the first one, which was pretty good, and this one is, yeah, this is a fully formed character right now, and
Yeah.
it's just really nice to see that. Yeah, we actually managed to do what we set out to do.
Yeah.
Your sketches has informed a final illustration,
Yeah.
all the way down to color choices. It's nice.
Yeah.
That one, the color choices was a collective work. We discussed that a bit in the first video.
Well, it is a discussion. It's a visual discussion.
It is.
So I am going to do just one thing right now. I'm gonna save this. There we go.
Then I'm gonna go and play some Cataclysm: Dark Days Ahead and create this character in that game.
Oh yes, as we discussed last week. Now the question is, since there's still about half an hour left, shall we roll for a new one?
See
I
which one would be next.
do
Yeah.
not think so.
That would be maybe.
That would be
maybe,
cheating.
Yeah, might be.
Because
You're
I
not going
think
to
But
start
there's
it
so
now.
many.
there
Yeah.
are so many. I know.
Is there anyone you can do in half an hour?
Ah, hell no.
No.
In other words,
I mean, the entire, these 30, these are not all of our illustrations.
Nope.
These are the 30 ones that I figure would actually take some time.
some of them are actually not just one; they're two. Like 17, Pony and Warnag. Those are two illustrations, not one. Same with Mimir.
It is true. It is true. Because it's like it. I think Pony would be relatively simple, but it would have to be still a cute pony. The question is whether or not the pony would be a magical pony that is not trademarked in any specific
In a
way.
way.
They are not yours, and they are not little, and they are definitely not.
They
friends.
are little.
Well, they are definitely.
It's literally called A Little Pony.
Well, they're
Yeah.
definitely not powered by friendship magic.
Oh, well, not after we're done with it.
Let's
Yeah.
see what in texts actually says on that.
Legally distinct.
Legally distinct. I don't know about that, man.
Do not send Pinkertons to our doors, Hasbro.
I think it desperately wants to be friends with you.
Yes, it does. Yes, it desperately wants to be your bestest friend.
Oh, the bestest friend.
Oh, Hasbro's gonna send the Pinkertons after us.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, well.
I'm not.
Well.
Please do not sue.
Number one, hipsters. That is also a double feature. Because
Yeah.
there's regular hipsters, whatever they would be in the setting.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you have the ultra hipsters.
Yes.
Yeah. The evolved kind. I don't even know what that is. The union leader, well, that is basically, that is definitely something that fits in our little Norse punk setting.
Yes.
Because, holy crap, the people need unions.
The rights of the thralls needs to be fought for.
Yeah. Sean Dork has now been done.
Yes.
The
So we
graphical.
can strike that out.
Yeah, we'll be getting to that. I think I'll keep this list as it is, and I'll just add little strikeouts.
Yeah, do that. Just add strikeouts as
It'll give us a little progress bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in that case, you might have to split up Pony and Warnag and Mimir 1-0 and Mimir
Nah.
2-0. And...
Nah.
Nah.
I'll just throw in little strikeouts over each of the names.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
But
I am really looking forward to number 7, though.
Biggin, yeah.
Big M.
Yeah.
That one I am really looking forward to.
That is a serpent, isn't it?
Kinda, but kinda not.
It is confusing.
It is it is more an abstract concept that has been what's it called? Anthropomorphized.
So, sort of like
That
my
is-
favorite illustration, nihilism.
There is one missing here.
Oh no, there's
No,
plenty plenty
many.
that's missing here.
Right.
I've just picked a good number of illustrations that I think would be good for
yeah.
you know.
I was just thinking of the Nizzer.
Oh yeah, the Nizzer, he's not on here simply because I thought maybe it would be sort of dull for Tor to try to sketch something that more or less already exists.
Well, yeah, he exists already, so we know what he is going to look like. So.
More or less. I mean, we're gonna
More or less,
redo him, but yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, no, it's that. Let's see, GIF. Have no idea what GIF is. Might be a
Spray
furry.
bottle.
Might be a furry. I don't know. Spray bottle.
Nah.
You might want to bring a spray bottle to an encounter with them.
Oof.
1010 is also missing.
1010
He's
is
not missing. It's just not on the list.
Yeah.
No. The complete list is a lot longer than this.
At least twice as long.
Yeah, there's
There are a lot of illustrations.
there's a lot of illustrations. There's a lot of encounters, and also challenges and other things.
Not all the encounters are going to be done on stream.
No.
We
No,
do not have time
no,
for that.
No. Also, there's a good slew of encounters that's already been done. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the graphical rune carver. I'm wondering if that's gonna end up being like an actual rune carver guy, or if it's going to be a robot.
I can see ideas for both of them, and I don't know which one is cooler.
Nope, neither do I. Because it could have been something related to the other encounter that we made earlier.
Yeah, the Rune Reader.
Yes.
The Runeba.
The Roomba, yeah. Also,
the-
Bushido Berserker, that's basically just a Norsified samurai.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah.
The
Someone that read too many manga.
Oh. And then we have the teapots.
Yeah.
That's also two.
Which we cannot steal from Beauty and the Beast because we do not want the Disney Corporation to sue us.
Do they own living teapots?
Kind of.
Kind of. If it looks too close to what they have in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the military grade teapot should be okay.
That one should be okay.
That should be okay. And the Knoll teapot, though.
Just don't make it cute.
Yeah.
I think
Make
it was mostly just based on the song. It's short and stout,
Yeah.
but
This is
Either
its
way.
handle.
yeah,
This is its spout.
spout. Maybe it has a snout. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
but there's several that's not here, like cock trumpet, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little
But-
teapot is just level 1.
Yes, it is.
Pretty weak.
Would you expect anything more?
Nope.
But we are just rambling now.
Yes, we are.
I think it is, even though it's half an hour left, we can just end for today.
Yeah.
Go back
so-
to the other screen so that we can point out our links.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please and thank you.
There we
Please
go.
and thank you.
Please and thank you. Yes. please and
Remember to check us out on social media on facebook.com/Tombs Foundry, Instagram @Tombs Foundry, YouTube @Tombs Foundry or youtube.com/Tombs Foundry.
Slash at
Here,
Tombs Foundry, actually.
all right, /@Tombs Foundry. Here on Twitch, on twitch.tv/Tombs Foundry, or if you're on Facebook, I already said the link. You can check us out on Discord at tombsfoundry.no/Discord, which is a permanent link to our Discord server.
Let's make it a bit more easier to read and remember. Than
Yes. And the link
the
that is
generated link.
yes, and the link that is not on the bottom of the screen, tombsfoundry.no, which is our sometimes updated website.
There's also one more.
Oh,
Well, shit.
yes, TikTok. We're on
Yes.
TikTok.
Holy
check us out.
crap.
Go on TikTok and search for Tombs Foundry, one word, and you'll find us there. At the moment, we have one short video where we created a animation for the Evil 101 universe. More videos to come. Probably not only animations, but also other things like random memes about board game making.
Yeah. Who knows?
And
Yes.
maybe some updates on our progress. Like, who
Might
knows?
be.
Might be. We are still working out what we are doing on social media.
Yeah.
You would have
Um,
thought we knew it better after trying to do it for a couple of years.
We've been trying
yeah.
for as long as social media has existed.
Yeah.
Literally.
We're okay
Anyway.
at media.
Still don't know it.
We're okay at media. Just not the social part of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been Random Encounters. Gard has been our artist on site.
So have you.
Yon and me. Oh, yeah, me too.
I've just been watching.
Yon has just been watching as the voyeur he is. And, and this is Tombs Foundry. Check it out. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.